Hello, Antra. It's day 74 of the 90-day challenge. I'm actually out here on the golf course today. Figured I would switch it up and show you something that we periodically do here on the course, which is cutting cups on the greens. So I'm going to flip this camera around and show you my way of doing it, meaning that there's a bunch of different ways, but here's my approach. Get this all situated. So right here I got my bucket, I got my cup cutter. I'm gonna grab this guy, and for today we're gonna be at the front of the green. So I'm gonna find a decent spot. I like right there, and the reason why I like to slam it, well, for fun, you know, of course, but also it gives it a clean cut as well. So some guys, if they need it, they got this bubble here, the level. Some don't have them on as an attachment, but this case they do have it on here. What I like to do, get a nice wide stance like I'm riding a bull. I can really make sure that I can get down on it. Just essentially going back and forth. Yeah, get in there nice and deep like. Now it's gonna get to a point where these rods here are gonna come up and touch. So I got a little bit more left to do. That feels like it's it. All right, we're good. At this point, I'm gonna widen the hole a little bit, and that's gonna come into play here in a little while. But I got my plug for my new cup. I'm gonna take my goodies, walk over to the existing cup, and swap that out. So what I do here is I got this tool, pull the flag out, pop it. And I already can tell that there's more dirt in here than I need. Because when I put this plug in here, I am gonna make sure that it's flush. It's gonna be a little bit high, but I can work with that. Reason I can tell is this plate is just slightly higher than it should be, and over time you get used to being able to create a visual for that. So that is a little bit high. So what I like to do is I'll just take this, bring that up. Roots are holding it together. Mix this up a little bit and simply just remove some of the soil. That seems about right. Might be a little bit low, but if it's too high, slightly too low, I can play with that. I usually don't tell guys to do that because they might try to overdo it at first. Over time, I'll share that with them. And so what I'm doing here is I just got an ice pick. I'm gonna start blending this all in. So not only for the sake of making sure that you don't see that rim, but also to encourage the grass to intertwine with itself around where that rim is, you know, the old cut pull. And the more I kind of carefully poke at it, the more pliable it's gonna become. So when it comes time to blend this together, which I'll show you here in just a moment, it'll make it much easier. So I'll get up, step on it, it just mushes together. And that came out pretty decent. So now that's all situated. You can see a little bit of it, but nonetheless it's much better. Take my stuff again, come back to the hole that I made just a minute ago. Just take my cup in there. So now that I made it wider, the cup isn't going to push down on the grass, which allows it to still have a clean cut. Push it down, take my flag, give it a tap. And what I like to have is make sure that this dirt ring at the top is at least 1 inch. That's actually a USGA rule, United States Golf Association rule, that it has to be at least 1 inch. And the reason for that is because if a person putts their ball and hits the back, and if that cup's too high, there's a good chance that the ball will hit the edge of the cup and bounce out. So that was a rule that they had put in place some time ago. And that's simply about it. You do about 18 of those, depending on the course that you're working at. Good deal. So now that I've shared that, I wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Jeff Ballard, the cheddar who makes it better. This is your 90th day. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing your last video that should be out today. It's Sunday. We got to know each other quite a bit when we went to Insight together and essentially build a exceptional rapport with one another, and I appreciate everything that you've done with your videos. You've been very inspiring in regards to stepping out of your comfort zone. That's something we share. We're both introverts. So as an example, that dance you did with that Backstreet Boys song, that took courage. So props to you for that. But no, in seriousness, you put out great material, and you're a heck of a guy just for what you have to share for everybody. You got a lot of value to give, and so that means a lot to me, and I'm sure many others. I don't doubt it one bit. All right, so Jeff, we'll see what the next chapter brings, and we'll go from there. We shall see you all tomorrow on the 75th day. Thank you very much.